Hello everyone. Today we have a Domination 2v2 for you. It is going to be myself playing the Skaven along with the Greenskins, and then the Tomb Kings and the High Elves up against us on Black Ark. So it seems pretty random as to whether or not you will get a 2v2. I've only gotten a couple of them, but I have really enjoyed them so far, and this one was pretty good. So we've got Grimgore Ironhide and an Orc Shaman, along with a retinue of goblins, black orcs, and the Crimson Killers somewhere. Oh yes, over here. Most of the orc army is going to be over here. Lots of cav, which makes it pretty fine, but don't know why all of these guys started over here. For myself, we have an Eshin Sorcerer, Thorat, and a Packmaster. Lots of Skaven Slaves, Clan Rats. And the main attractions are our Poisoned Wind Globadiers, the Avalanche Mortars, Natty Boobos, and the Rat Ogre ROR, Hell Pits guys. Then for the Elves, they're going to be going super elite. We have the Fireborn Dragon Princes, a Merworm, a Mist Mage, a couple of Oceanids with a bunch of Seaguard and Spearmen, and a Sea Helm. Finally, for the Tomb Kings, we are going to have some Spearmen up front, some Tomb Guard Halberds, some Tomb Guard, these are Nehekaran warriors, and then a lot of Ushapti, some Ushapti with great bows. The ROR is in here somewhere, right here. Chosen of the Gods. We have the Sepulchral Stalkers, ROR, and more halberds. So let's see how it's going. First, it looks like the Carrions are going to try and fly around and get a little bit of a flank. The beginning is me securing the middle for my team, and the Avalanche Mortars are going to start shooting some Spearmen. Carrion getting lit up by all of these Skaven slaves and Poisoned Wind mortars. Avalanche mortars getting dunked on by Ushapti with great bows while I'm not paying attention. Carrion trying to also take out the Ikit's Zaps, but we do a very good job of defending that with every good unit we have. Meanwhile, the Deathglobe mortars are going to die to some Ushapti fire. Gonna go ahead and definitely not pay for themselves. Oh, no, they didn't do that bad. Avalanche mortars got 750, so they about half paid for themselves. But we were able to save the Ikit Sabsaps, which is good. Still holding the middle with all of our chaff. The Eshin Sorcerer is going to go ahead and start actually taking the middle. And the battle lines look to be just about drawn here. I'd thought my teammate would be dwarves. Then they changed to greenskins, apparently. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and put everything into the Sea Helm, the snipers and artillery. Go ahead and blast him away a little bit. Magic's gonna start opening up. The Eshin Sorcerer gets a nice little vortex here on all of the guys. And the battle lines of Skaven slaves have clashed with the Elves and the super good anti-infantry Oceanids, along with the Merworm. So this whole area is going to not do very well. On the top, we're fighting skeletons, so a lot closer of a fight, but it seems that this bottom flank has collapsed pretty heavily. Luckily, the Crimson Killers are waiting for them to break through. Sadly, they are anti-infantry, and this is mostly monsters over here. We have more Black Arks with great weapons to help stem the tide, as well as all of the cav that he brought. Looks like most of the fight is down here. We're going to swap our snipers onto the Merworm. Grimgore is going to start giving it a beating as well, and the Dragon Prince is followed up here, but there's not much... I guess there's Cav, but they're going to go ahead and run away as the wall gets popped. Oceanids just taking fire over here. Gonna go ahead and fight the Packmaster while they get shot by Skaven slaves. Throt is going to go ahead and go for a flank on these Ushapti Great Bows, spawn in some Rat Ogres, and get on top of them. Eshin Sorcerer and the Wizard Lord dueling in the middle of a bunch of other elves. Nothing going to happen over there for a while. Poison Wind Mortars onto the Merworm. And the Ushapti get kind of shut down. There's not... You can't really shut down 4 units with 2. Especially when one of them is a summon. And so those go away, and Throt's kind of getting surrounded here now, which isn't very good. Grimgore still just going to chase this Merworm all the way around with his full 38 speed. Very cool. Throt, in the meantime, it's not like I'm doing much better with my Lord. The enemy Lords are still doing pretty good over here, and I don't know if Grand Hierophant Katep has done anything, actually. Yeah, no, just staying alive, which, fair enough. Rat Ogres and the Packmaster are going to take down some Oceanids here in the middle. The Ushapti laying waste to some Black Orks. This is... Well, I'm not sure who really wins this fight. The Ushapti are probably better, but Black Ork with great weapons they'll mess anything up. Snipers trying to get dove on by more Carrion. And the Nehikaran warriors getting surrounded by more rats. Gonna go ahead and pull them through. Let the Carrion fight Skaven slaves. Throt survives, back in the back. Looks like my teammate tried to assist me with this flank of shutting down the Ushapti, but with the Dragon Princes and Spilgirl Stalkers and everything else, doesn't look like it's going to work too well. Grimgore, still lagging behind this Merworm, just been clicked on him and forgotten. And now the Packmaster and the Eshin Sorcerer are going to fight these spears. I don't know why that's the play, but with a little bit of magic and a bunch of chemical warfare, it seems we're going to be able to push the Sea Helm off of the objective. Throt comes right back in for the exact same play, except now everyone's facing him as soon as he comes in. So he's going to go ahead and get shot to hell and run off of the battlefield. Rat Ogres are going to come in, and they were going to assist him, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. Finally, Grimgore is going to catch up to this Merworm. They're gonna have a duel of the fates over here. Grimgore, of course, completely unafraid of such a will creature. The Merworm, being anti-large, isn't going to be doing some spectacular damage to him, but looks like he's getting some support from a Mist Mage. I do not know where they... Ah, right here, of course. I don't actually know what the Mist Mage can do. Just looks like buff your enemies, or buff your guys and debuff the enemies. Makes sense. Dragon Princes, along with the Merworm, going to go ahead and take on Grimgore. Meanwhile, over here, Natty Boobos have run out of ammo, doing the best, just shooting everything they can. Crimson Killer's taken out a bunch of Tomb Guard Halberds. They never stood a chance. The Eshin Sorcerer continuing to fight Spearmen, so my big guys don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and send Poison Wind Mortars to finally kill this Merworm. The Ushapti firing range still seems very online, and is going to go ahead and get these Black Orcs out of here. The Eshin Sorcerer still dealing with this, but Grand Hierophant Katep at most of his health still, being an excellent late game tool here. Poison Wind Mortars do excellent anti-large damage, but immediately are going to get dove on by the Mist Mage. Skaven slaves and clan rats holding down the middle. Black orcs finally pushing in. The orc shaman staying alive. And the natty boobos, this is my favorite part, is when they run out of ammo and you just send them in there, and then they just bonk them with shields. I've never actually looked at their melee attacks. No wonder they're so terrible. The front guy just kind of... Wow. So they're just gonna keep Katep occupied. Sepulchral Stalkers finally gonna have to stop shooting, which is excellent, because they've got very good shooting. Gonna get bonked by some Black Orcs. Rats dealing with the last of the skeletons here. And our amazing Help Hits Deep fighters coming in. Grimgor gonna get routed off the battlefield. He was able to kill the Merworm in the end, but not an amazing use of his time just walking around here while the main fight was going on. The Crimson Killers, leadership of the gods, gonna roll back in with all, 19 of their guys. Oh, and the Sepulchral Stalkers just getting more free shots on all of these large rat ogres isn't going to be great. Again, the Natty Boobos coming in just to be a menace, just to be in the way. They actually have pretty solid armor at 63. Of course, they are just going to be slaughtered by whatever they touch, but it's going to keep them from shooting, and they have no real purpose anymore now that they're out of ammo. Poison Wind Mortars, get a solid volley on the Katep, but it's going to go ahead and break their lines. And it's getting real scrappy here, so we're going to have to call in all of the random pieces from the board that have routed but didn't quite make it out. Sepulchral Stalkers still just laying into whatever they can. Ushapti with Great Bows is going to go ahead and try and fight the Crimson Killers. Not great when you're just hitting someone with your bow, but they are pretty badly damaged, so I think it'll work. The Foot of Gork, amazing. Probably, I don't know about that one, Chief, but the Crimson Killers not stopping. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it should rout them. I don't know how they're still doing anything after they got stepped on. Eyes of the Desert finally going to get shut down by some random clan rats that made it behind enemy lines, and that's pretty nice. That's two pretty good units that aren't doing anything right now. Poison Wind Mortars laying into Katep, of course, also routing all of the greenskins with copious amounts of toxic gas. Not amazing for leadership. Looks like these Arrow Boys only at 8. And now at minus 30 after getting hit with a good chemical dusting from our friends here. I do love the Poisoned Wind Globadiers, though. Probably the best, most consistent unit the Skaven have for me. I love the gun units, but line of sight is a pain in this game. And Skaven slaves don't matter, so you can just kill them while you're throwing poison winds at the enemy. So, we're getting everyone back together. It looks like we still have some orc big boys rolling around. We still have a couple of arrow boys, some squigs coming in, and our opponents still have Katep, the Mist Mage, the Stalkers, and the Great Bows. But I think we're going to be able to pull this one out. It actually doesn't end because we just win on tickets. I stopped before, I guess. But the Poison Wind Mortars slaying into the Ushapti with Great Bows. The clan rats just can't stop them. They try and countercharge to keep the Ushapti from getting on top of the Poison Wind Mortars, but the Ushapti just plow right through them. Even the bowmen, not to be stopped by the inferior mass of the little rat men. Katep finally going down. Orc Shaman getting routed. Mist Mage still doing good. Sepulchral Stalkers still doing pretty good. But lots of random little orc units finally coalescing in the backfield here to push back in. These are even black orcs with great weapons, an excellent little piece to come in with all of my trash clan rats. And yeah, they with the field littered and dead, and no army going home with very many people at all. I mean, this is like a 10, not even, probably like a 3% survival rate for this battle. And at the end here, we have some Skaven slaves, some clan rats, the Broken Tusk mob, some Black Orks, and Natty Bubo sharpshooters, even after running into certain doom like 3 times after using all of the ammo they had. Still alive. I'm gonna go do it again. Absolute legends. That one was really fun. I hope I get more team games. I wish there was just a way to sign up for the team games, or not sign up, but pick a what's it called? It's just a setting, game type, I suppose. So Natty Bubos did the most in the whole game. The Poisoned Wind Mortars also did. Well, this one did excellent. This one didn't really do anything. For the greenskins, looks like most of the work got put in by the Error Boys. Shocking. Solid work from both of the biggins. The Mist Mage did well. The Dragon Princes almost paid for themselves. They really don't do anything. And the Merworm didn't quite pay for himself. And finally, the carry of the game, surely, was the Tomb Kings. And he's going to go ahead and do most of his work, I'm sure, with the Ushapti. Yep. Big work with the Ushapti and the Sepulchral Stalkers, especially these two RORs, just doing huge damage. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you later.